Build me a house on a hill, make it soundproof, and put mirrors in place of the windows. I don't need to see what's going on outside. I don't even need to hear the wind blow.
I feel like a
Whoa.
dinosaur. Hi, Keef.
Okay, is the audio good? Is we straight?
You sound great. This is
All right,
chapter
that's lovely.
5,
Yeah.
and this is we
So
on Black
damn.
People Time, but
Yeah,
that's
we definitely
okay
on a couple
because we
different
talking
times.
about
Okay.
Black people problems. You know what I mean? And this
Oh
happens
shit.
to be one of them. You feel me?
All type of
So
tech issues and all of that shit.
yeah. Oh yeah. Niggas was
Yeah.
like feeling like dinosaurs early. Like, how you do this shit?
Couldn't get that Zoom to work for shit.
I don't know. Yeah. Well,
Oh shit. Damn.
I'm coming. I feel like niggas granny right now. Like, see how
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, thing. Oh,
Oh shit.
ooh, my dog came
Yeah.
through. So tell people a little bit about yourself before we even start. Who is
I'm
the man
shit.
behind the mask of
I ain't
man?
nobody, let's see, poet, MC, battle MC, author, educator, all around that nigga, just a general, almost famous, halfway superstar nigga, and one of all time. I'm Keith Brown. Yeah,
Kid, motherfucker.
you know,
Hey,
uh, say, bitch. Why I was
hey,
on walking down the
bitch.
street just now?
Black Lives
Oh
Matter.
shit.
Fuck. Nah.
Oh shit.
So, yes, I have to get you, man. I've been trying to get you on the podcast or whatever. So I'm excited that you decided
Yeah,
to join. So
yeah.
appreciate you
Right. No
talking
doubt.
about Black people problems. So real quick, who annoys you more, overly educated Negroes or the regular Negroes? Go.
Ah, shit. I'm gonna have to say it's a tie. I think my grandmother used to say niggas and flies.
Okay.
You know, so it really don't matter if a nigga got a degree or not. Niggas get on my nerve because I mean as a ghetto nigga with a couple of degrees, I know all them niggas and I'm through with all of them. So
Hello.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, that's a fact. That's where I sit with it. I think educated niggas, they will tell you some shit. Educated niggas that forgot where they came from, and
Speak
then
on it, brother.
the niggas that's been in the hood, just kind of forgot a little bit different than they do. You know better, so you do better. Circumstances is different. You know what I'm
Hello,
saying?
somebody.
You was afforded more opportunities, and you try to put them on certain game, and niggas don't be receptive to the game. And I just be like, fam, we can't operate.
Can't, because I
You
can't
know,
sit here. I don't know for how long you want me to sit here
yeah,
and with the bullshit. Like, if I'm trying to, do better, be better, like, again, I just was talking to somebody and I'm like, son, I
exactly.
seen what I didn't want. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
motivated me to do more or do better.
that's really what it was. That's really what it was. My daddy told me that one time. I think I got in trouble at school. He was him and my mom had divorced, and he was kind of like, we would talk regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And she had him call, and he said, "Look out the front door." I looked out. One nigga I know was selling dope. A couple crackheads walked by. It wasn't quite the strip at the time, so it wasn't no hoes out there, but it was the liquor store across the street. He said, "Tell me what you see." I said, "I don't see nothing." He said, "That's your problem." I said, "Well, shit." That was profound. So I had to take my ass on to see some shit.
That part.
That's what it was. That's some got to be something bigger than what was going on in the hood. So
Right.
I'm going to go find that.
Trying to tell you. So can we just talk a little bit about Joe Biden pandering for black votes today on the like
All
black
right, so
people
this the thing.
problems. Like y'all
This this
allow this nigga.
this
Go ahead, Keith. I'm gonna let you go
this
ahead.
my thing with that shit because I got up. Okay, so at my place of business, where I get my checks, they had a meeting on Zoom to find new leadership. They wanted staff input on new leadership. I'm gonna say that. I can say that much. Um, So, I rolled over. I ain't sleep too good because I ain't go to bed on time because I ain't got to get up and go to work.
Right.
So, you first grab your phone when you first wake up, and I'm just, I ain't got my contacts in yet, so I'm just kind of, this motherfucker said, what? I said, like, all right, so maybe they just took it out of context. Maybe he said something like, only non-black people have a problem. No, this motherfucker said, I mean, shit, you ain't no real nigga if you don't know
Basically,
who you voting for. I said, wait, what?
first of all, for you to
Like you
measure
pulling black
my
cards?
blackness, nigga. For you to
Yeah,
measure
nah.
my blackness.
I can't say. I said fair. And I didn't. I'm somebody who it's anybody but Trump. But shit, nigga, don't test me. I will vote for Mays Gilliam. I will write Chris Rock character from head of state right in on that motherfucking ballot. Keep playing with me.
Right.
I'll let that motherfucker burn this whole shit down before I let you tell me I ain't no real nigga. Cause nigga, what? No.
Really, I'm like, son,
Uh-uh.
and it's what? It's black people. It's y'all. It's y'all. Y'all fucking. What I'm trying to say? It's y'all
It's
fault.
their fault.
It's your fault
I just
because instead of demanding, you just feel like okay,
yeah
you're supposed to accept whatever it is that. No, you need to fucking demand what it is you want from
yeah
the Democrats because their agenda is not your agenda, and y'all just sit there and be like, oh well, since we need to be excited that we have the right to vote. My nigga, you know how long ago we had the right to vote? We need to do a little bit
man that
more than be
shit.
excited about having the right to
It's
vote.
gotta be. I mean that's the trip part. Like it's like with anything. If you like the okay, so people did definitely die for our right to vote.
Yes,
Props to the elders. People
yes.
laid down their life, and that was some real shit. But two things. First of all, you got to make an intelligent vote,
Wait,
right?
say that again. I ain't hear you.
Um,
Say it again.
your vote has to be intelligent.
Right.
You
Okay.
have to have you, you got to do some thinking, a little bit of reading. Um, that's number one. Number two, like basic shit they allowed that they fought for us to do has to be built upon. So it ain't enough to have integrated schools. We have to keep fighting. Because the truth of the matter is, them white folks do whatever they want to do.
Whatever they want
So we went
because y'all
from
allow it. Y'all don't demand
yeah,
shit from them.
they went from
Y'all,
Jim Crow to de facto Jim Crow. And all right, there's new rules. You got to keep fighting. It ain't just go vote just on the strength. It don't work that way. It's not. Yeah, no, it ain't. No, that's not. Because you don't get no. There's no. Okay, well I voted. Well, nigga, it's still shitty. So
you
what the
still
fuck?
didn't demand anything. I'm like Joe Biden.
Exactly.
I don't know what your platform. What you plan on doing?
He
What's
don't
your
have
agenda?
no type of
Do you
black agenda. His
none
black agenda is I ain't Trump,
that
and y'all
that
not.
and y'all just
the,
like okay.
the
You
new black
understand?
agenda is you niggas ain't real niggas
Right.
if you don't know who the fuck you.
And
I was
niggas not
like,
telling you to not vote. Just like he said, niggas telling you to be intelligent with your vote. Like if you
yeah,
vote for this guy, make sure he stands on what he's gonna do. I want to
please
see a
do.
black vice president, a woman.
At least,
You know what I'm
at
saying?
least
Something
tell me
like
the
that,
right lies.
huh?
At least tell me the right lies.
That part.
Sell me the game, at least.
And he
Like,
didn't
just yeah.
when he was on Breakfast Club, he didn't stay on that long. That's the only
Nah,
black podcast that you did, and you did not stay on that long.
they need. I don't. I just. The problem is, it's not enough. Like for me, like you won't even. Hillary Clinton went and did the pandering. She said she got hot sauce in her bag. First of all, I don't believe Beyonce got the hot sauce in her bag. Okay, first of
Don't.
all, you got somebody carrying your bag.
Let's really
All
talk.
right, it's not, and I don't believe you frequent establishments that where you got to carry your own hot sauce.
Hey, fucking
That's not something
boys.
Southern niggas do. Like that's not, and much
So,
less
so.
Hillary Clinton. First of all, I know your cholesterol high. You got to keep your sodium down. It's a lot of salt in hot sauce.
Nigga
I know
stand on
good
your
goddamn well.
whole medical records,
Nah,
charts,
no,
all that stuff.
I'm not. But like that the pandering. Somebody gonna take the bait on the pander. It ain't gonna be
I'm
me.
not. This is my thing. If you are willing to take the pander, that's on you. That's cool. But demand something with that. That's all I'm saying. Like
Exactly.
stand on something.
Exactly.
Like don't just be like, okay, he's not Trump, so that's okay. Y'all just accept
Right.
anything motherfuckers give y'all, and y'all don't value yourself enough to say,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
I
But
matter. My voice matters. Like
you know what's crazy though?
what?
In a lot of ways, Trump got this shit so fucked up that like everybody kind of needs to be on some anybody but Trump shit. He could, he could. I, Joe Biden didn't have to say nothing. He didn't have to speak a word. He didn't have to go to no black platform to say nothing. He could have just tweeted, "Man, science
But
to deal with this shit."
that's what's sad though. That's the saddest part to me though. Like even though like he could have done that, and I said now because I mean, it ain't like you fucked yourself at this point because it's like
Right.
either or. But it's just like at the same time, like what the fuck, son? At what point are you gonna start valuing
I
yourself as
mean,
a black
just
person? Just because they
I
don't say
feel
it's
like
fucking
Bernie needs to
humans
just
don't mean
come
nothing.
back.
You said what?
I feel like Bernie needs to unsuspend his campaign and just make this shit a triple threat match.
Okay. Let it go
Or
down
some
right
shit like
now. I want it to
something.
go down right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. The world, son. That's all I can say. 2020 is a motherfucker. I don't know. I don't trust you, motherfuckers.
Yeah. I just don't.
I just don't.
I just.
So my
It's
next,
just that the crack in the red, crack in the blue.
man,
That's it.
the Republicans, all thing is they have one agenda in mind. So that's the only reason why they could stick together and be solid in whatever the fuck they do. It's us
Yeah.
Democrats. We
Niggas all over the place. All over the
that's
place.
so.
It's sad.
Why do you think? So we're just gonna get into some more black people problems outside of
I'm
politics.
gonna let my dog in, but I hear you. Hold up.
All right.
Oh boy. Edit point. You did. Go
So
ahead.
why do you think that the people that appropriate the culture do it with such ease?
Um, I think it was inevitable because everything. I mean, name something that's black that ain't popping, right?
Fact.
Like even like back to my child. I remember when white men used to sing like white men. Like you had Michael Bolton, white ass, crack ass singing,
But I do ain't
and
got no money.
but you had Blue Eyed Soul, Michael McDonald, and then you had a couple of 2, 3 down ass white boys like your John B's, and that was like just like
It.
you. Even white folks even had like segmented white people music. Now they just pretending to be niggas, and that's because like I remember when only 2, maybe 3 radio stations played rap music. It's bigger now.
Right.
It's huge. I think that the reason it's so easy is because we make everything pop. Everything with the way we cook, that shit go. The way the women do their hair, that shit go. The skin tone, they love it. The music, um, shit, the way that we love everything about blackness is like just. I mean, just the inception. The country is built on black labor. Industrial revolution, black innovation, all that shit. So all of this was really inevitable. I don't even think it's so much like okay, so appropriation is what the kids in Korea do, where they like find a way to get like locks and like it's that shit is scary. White people, just their default is nothing. Like there's no music or any real culture to America that's not foreign to it.
Right.
Right? So they was gonna latch on to whatever they could
Yeah.
at all times. I mean that's why you celebrate Cinco de Mayo and you're not Mexican. Right? You just go out and drink. You're not Irish, but St. Patrick's Day come around. Then, oh, it's time to drink.
Right.
You ain't Middle Eastern, but you celebrate Christmas. That's not white people's religion.
Right.
Not at its inception. It's just the ease of it is just you live in close proximity to blackness. We also don't have any other way to get by in this world except to monetize our culture, right? So, I mean, if you're a ball player, sports put asses in seats, right?
Right.
That's one black thing. Everything else that's black business, art, food, hair, everything else you didn't know. The reason I can sell you this is because you wasn't on this before.
Right.
So everything's available. It's because we loud. That's why we loud. That's why. At the end of the day, we loud.
Also,
Yeah.
said we have defined what is cool. Yeah, we do. We definitely define what is cool. We tell y'all, and it's like my thing is we've gotten to the point where I feel like we hate ourselves in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll put on all of these people who have been stealing, fucking thieving for years. We'll support them with no problem. And then when it comes to somebody doing the same thing, and it's like, why do black people not let us have faults and mistakes? Why? What's up with that? Like, why we can't?
I don't know, man. It's a couple of things that like I ran into this week that said something like that. People saying, niggas complain. First of all, if I go to a black establishment and I'm getting treated with respect and kindness, the food is trash. That's what I know. If niggas is rude, that food finna be good. It's always just complaining about a lack of professionalism. Chipotle as fuck. It be like a rude, like they feel like they'll kill for you, but you getting cussed out at the same time. Are we related? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nigga, but them oxtails finna snack. So, okay, I got treated rude. What these people wasn't. They haven't been to school for hospitality and shit like that. So you don't get that commercial vibe from it, right? But the food at Chipotle is killing people. And you niggas keep putting up for burrito bowls. You go to the Asian nail salon, you get smacked in the face with a broom because you ain't like the way your feel came out. You raised the issue with it. All of this shit going on. It ain't never no complaints. Y'all bodies iPhones. Apple came out and said we are making the phones operate bad. Y'all will buy new ones. No complaints. But we put on Front Street, black people, y'all fucking up because the business. I can't do business with y'all. That shit is weird. The other thing was, I think they was talking about Tiffany Haddish, right? And there's this thing about black comedians where you can't be absurd. Like you can't do slapstick comedy like the white folks do, because if you do it, you coon it. So your comedy has to be like, oh, this highbrow, I said something slick about this politician type shit all the time. If you shitting on black folks, it's cool. Right? Like when Chris Rock said it's black folks and it's niggas, you give white people credence to say shit like that. Now I got to go slap some white Chris Rock fan because he said some foul shit, right? It's cool to do shit like that, but you can't just like, walk in the room, slip on something, fall on the floor, act wacky, because then it's hat day.
Right.
It's a weird thing where we put each other in this box.
Right.
Well, you can't do shit like that. And I do think in that way we are way too critical of one another.
Right, and it's like y'all can't go past skin color. The only thing y'all want to argue about is light skin and dark skin, but you can't accept that a motherfucker has a different opinion than you that's also a black person. Like, right. America is plain.
That's a fact.
I don't understand. That's a fact. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know. So what?
But that it's just I don't. It's a difficult line to have to toe. Like even with myself, I feel like man, I might be talking to a little and she don't, and she don't know I smoke, right? So I gotta ask her, like, love, I'm a whole ass nigga. I don't know if you knew, and I be big chiefing. I hope that's not an issue for you, because I'm not finna quit. Because you feel away. But it's like, am I coming off too hood? A lot of times, like, am I gonna get around my friends and I don't talk like that sauce I put on it? You know what I'm saying? When we first met, to try to get an impression, is that gonna change?
Right.
And at the same time, am I like flexing too hard on people who don't have degrees and shit like that? And I'm not, when the pandemic hit, it's like, oh man, niggas struggling to get by. I'm not. Did all right for myself. I'm at home working. I'm good. And I'm praying for the people that's struggling, but, I'm checking myself constantly. Am I coming off a little bit too privileged?
Right. But
it's a hard line to toe to keep. It's criticism coming from both sides. It's really difficult to deal with in a lot of ways.
Let me tell you something. Reverend Bernie Mac said this a long time ago. If people don't like you for being yourself, fuck them. Let me tell
Fuck
you
'em.
something.
Straight up.
Listen, like, no, son, like I do feel like black people do put us under that magnifying glass, like, hey, you need to
Right.
identify with something. Nigga, fuck that. You need to this,
Yeah.
or you that, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like, it's really realistic.
Uh-huh.
It's not that, son. Like, you cannot put me under that and tell me that I could be one thing, son. Like, I'm a weirdo. I have
Right.
my, you know, there's different facets of fucking people, son. I hate
Yeah.
people put
I be talking to for some reason I got like cool if you on my forehead is tattooed at all times friendly black guy for white folks to come up on for some reason, especially at a sports bar. If it's a college football game on, how are you, buddy? I'm having black time.
Fuck out
Sorry,
of
it's the
here,
weekend.
pal.
Nigga. Step aside. I just can't because the drinks is free. I'm cheap and shit like that. I ain't. And actually, they don't know to overcharge for Honey Jack over here. That's the only reason I'm here. Get your ass on.
Oh, about to play with
But at the same time, for some reason, I find myself attracting a whole lot of mixed people. Part of that poetry shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they say these things about like this duality that they have about themselves. Like, you know,
they claim they have.
I know a couple people that's like Black and Sicilian, right? And they talk about the struggle that they have, and I be like, I can kind of identify with that because I'm not. I ain't no dumb nigga, man. That's just kind of it. I know a lot of dumb niggas,
son,
and I just.
Son, I swear to God, like, I brag on my friends all the time, and you're one of them. Like, I always be like, son, my dog is, like,
I appreciate
super intelligent, son. Like, people just don't know the gem that you have in you, son. Like, when they come across you, like, that is my dog, son. And I'll be like, dog, that's why I always be, like, even fact-checking, you know, just, like, I be needing somebody, I'm like, I know I'm not crazy, so let me go talk to somebody who's smarter than me, because you're supposed to have people in your circle that's fucking smarter than you.
That's exactly what it's supposed to be. I think that's a lot of people's problem. It ain't like if you. I be trying to tell my mama that. Like, why? Like, if first of all, if it wasn't for you, like, I wouldn't even went to school. Like, I didn't have no frame of reference for that shit, right? But why? How come you the only friend? Like you the only person in your circle that's like, who do you know that's smarter than you? Tap in with them people, and maybe these conspiracy theories won't be so appealing to you.
Yeah.
Because I got people in my life that'll be like, yo, look at this bullshit. And then when I come around and everybody in the house talking conspiracy theories, and I say, oh, well, that's some bullshit. And then I'm the bad guy.
Right.
No, I'll be reading. I'm sorry, nigga. I'm sorry.
And I feel like people hold me to a different, too high of a standard, too, to go back to that. Like, me having a degree. Son, I choose to be ignorant, son. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to be on. I need to be like, I don't give a fuck how you feel, son. Like, it's a motherfucker, son. He said something about Jesus or something. Jesus was a Pisces, some stupid shit like that. So I was like, blasphemy. He was like, do you know what blasphemy is associated with God? Dude, I'm a fucking educator. If you think I don't know what the fuck blasphemy means, guy, like, but okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I think that shit is annoying too. These Hotep niggas be they'll come to you like, man, do you know like the etymology of the word?
And got the whole definition from Google and put it on the fucking status, son. Like, bitch, I've been.
Tell that nigga spell that shit backwards.
You say what?
I tell that nigga spell that shit backwards right now. I will shut the fuck up.
Close your eyes, bitch. How many syllables, bitch? Fuck around with you. Now pronoun bitch. What it is, bitch? Tell me some real shit. Fuck all that definition, bitch.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man. Like, get the fuck out of here. But I don't know, son. I just feel like, yeah, don't do that, son. Because I like being myself, son. I know fucking big words. I like to cuss, and I like to use German every once in a while. That's just how I feel.
I be trying to figure. People be saying like, "Oh man, you be using all these big words." What's the word with you, my nigga? I'm lazy. I don't like saying a lot of words, so I will find one word to express whatever it is I'm trying to say. It's really word equity. As few syllables as I can get this point across. And then, man, if you don't understand it, man, just Google that shit. It's your friend. You're on your phone. Depending on what phone you got, if you highlight the word, like the thing will come up at the bottom, like, do you want to define this?
Son, they literally do
it's not that hard.
You on your phone, son. Like, and I hate that shit. I hate that shit when motherfuckers always talking about how we still down. There's 1,000 resources in front of you to do shit, black people.
Exactly.
Resources
can read is free. The library is free. It will walk right up to you. And Niggas know how to get all the bootlegs,
Right.
all the movies and music that you want.
So
Fam,
y'all
I
been
have been
scamming
stealing
niggas' bank accounts,
audiobooks.
bitch. And you mean to tell me you can't go on camera? I mean,
I
Google
I can
fucking
find a bunch of textbooks. All type of shit is available to be pirated
that.
if you want to. That knowledge is available, and the library is still open. It's still open.
That part.
Them things still
See,
exist.
the thing that pisses me off with black people is being that we black, we tell them if I sit there and give you a list of all the resources for how to better yourself, you're not going to believe what I'm saying until a white person co-signs that shit. Or somebody you feel like is
Exactly.
bigger than me co-signing this shit. My nigga, I'm just
Exactly.
trying to help you out and assist you. Like, fuck, son, you looking at me sideways, just like reference, Master P with the fucking rap snack shit. Son, if the nigga want to do noodles, son, let the nigga do the noodles. Son, y'all been eating noodles,
Right.
son.
Get on it. Get on it. Oh, but only thing about P and them noodles is like
He
it's
should have been the
just a little
face.
bit.
You said what?
First of all, stop putting your face on everything. I
Nah,
don't want the
he should have been
masterpiece.
the face.
I don't want the I got the hookup ramen. Please don't. I don't want to be bodied with this high sodium
So
ass
get you
snack.
some
Nigga.
snacks.
Get your ass on
As soon as you bite
with
into
them
them bitches,
shits.
you gonna say, stupid.
But at the same time, niggas was like, oh, y'all niggas buying top ramen move and all of this. And I'm like, man, first of all, I have on tape my last pack of top ramen in Garner Hall on campus at Grambling State. When I
Facts.
walked that
I won't eat.
stage,
Look at
God
her.
damn it, that was it. First of all, nigga, I'm 34. I can't eat that shit no more on a regular basis. I don't give a damn how cheap it is, nigga. I'm trying to live. Can't eat that
My
shit.
cousin said no limit sauce packs. Man, I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play with this little dude, man. I'm not about to play with this little dude.
They got arsenic in the bouillon and shit. Nah, fam.
I'm like,
I'm good.
but I said that. I was like, Master P, you need a creative designer behind you. Because, like,
Don't put that goddamn tank on nothing else.
you better put some water in
Nigga,
that damn shit. Fuck around with
it
you.
is not 2000.
Nigga, water that shit down. You heard me
Oh
today.
shit.
Fuck around with you. But nah, son, like, it's just, I don't know, black people. Get y'all shit together, son. All right. Black people problems. Go. Quick. Name some.
Shit. A problem, honestly, brass tacks. White people. Black people's problem is white people.
Yep.
And that's real deep. I don't want to get too deep, but like
This,
people ask me like,
they love the black culture, hate the black people.
yeah, that's it. So we like for centuries we've been getting everything about us exploited. And then like if people keep asking like what's the solution? Is it this politician, that one over there, this party, that one? At the end of the day, get away from white people. That's really it. I really do believe like I remember and I gotta find the source on this, so don't quote me on it.
My nigga,
there was
we are on social media.
Lincoln. All right, so niggas know Lincoln didn't really fuck with us like
Hell
that.
yeah,
Like he
you should know
said,
that by now.
he would have kept slavery going if he could have kept the Union going with it, but we can't, so that shit got to go.
Right.
He wasn't benevolent. He didn't really fuck with us like that.
At all.
And I think one of his ideas was for black people to be colonial subjects of the United States, which would have been something like the reservations that the Indians live on. Now, clearly, we see that didn't work out for them.
Clearly.
I mean, when they was dealing with genocide at the same time, so it was killing them off.
Because they got all the fucking casinos.
So if it was going to be something like that, if we would have had land allocated to us, when we would have been outside of U.S. jurisdiction, that would have been great. I'll be looking around for remote islands that can hold 13%.
Demand that shit from these fucking politicians y'all want to sit and put in office, son.
Yeah.
Tell them we want motherfucking reparations. Just like you got stimulated.
Yep.
Bitch, I want to get reprimanded and fadinated. Fuck wrong with you.
And I don't really want nothing that you didn't give everybody else, them land grants that they was giving out.
Ty T Savage is in the building.
Whoa, say love. That's my baby mama.
Nigga said take it.
They got a whole rap career and forgot about the little people.
My son,
she out here popping.
My son running, okay? My dog fucking running, man. Proud of her. But you were saying? I forgot what you were saying.
Yeah, get away from white people. That's really it at the end of the day. We're not getting shot in Walmart. The police ain't running up and shooting us in the bed. None of that happens if we're away from white people. And then also psychologically, if you divorce yourself from the ideals of white folks, like this, the nuclear family shit, the gender roles, all of that shit is really shit that white people came up with in the 50s when they didn't allow even they women to do nothing, to have no agency in this world. And white men ran shit, and then we just try to just if the white men run shit and they don't let they women do shit, and they hate niggas, and we start adopting they shit. Black man's supposed to be head of the household. We don't have shit. And then the woman's supposed to just stay at home and raise the kids. No, both of you niggas got to work. And that's how it was in the Reconstruction era. Because one person's income, no matter how much of a go-getter and, you just out here getting to the money. No, nigga, this is Jim Crow. Ain't but so much money to get to. I don't give a damn how much of a hustler you is and what type of stock.
I just said yesterday they got
The stock that you put in your manhood, like you going to work in the factory and she going to work in somebody's house, cooking and cleaning.
We're in 2020 where there's broke drug dealers. So don't tell me nothing about getting no motherfucking money.
Niggas be asking to hold something. When I was like, fam, what? That shit, they cut everybody's phone tapped because of the Patriot Act. You can't even move it like you used to. Nigga, this ain't the 90s where you could. Nigga, everything tapped. It ain't nah.
Hey, y'all,
no.
incriminate yourselves every day on Instagram.
So these rules that people keep coming up with. Somebody followed me on Instagram yesterday that's selling what the fuck they call them, CPNs. It's basically like a new social security number. If your credit low, shit, I'm looking at this shit like, do y'all know the feds can see this shit? My credit is fine, nigga. It is not that bad around here.
I can't take
that shit crazy. That shit blew my mind. When I'm looking like, what the fuck is a CPN? And why do you want $300 for it?
Oh no.
Like, what's going on? And they say, yeah, we'll give you, it'll be this credit. And when the shit said, you will have the right type of credit to be able to rent. I said, fam, rent. I'm straight. I'm good on that.
Niggas said nah.
Niggas trying to hide. Niggas trying to hide their bad credit.
Guess what?
It's that bad.
Kurt's going to jail. Jail.
You niggas is going to jail. I can't do it.
Straight. Don't pass, go. Fuck out.
Hell nah.
And the education system. That's another day for another. I ain't about to tap into that. Educate your children. Educate your children. That is my message. Educate the children.
Some of y'all. Some of them motherfuckers bet off at that trash ass. Some of you niggas, I know you done seen it. These niggas just met their kids in the quarantine. You just found out this motherfucker was bad as hell, and you weren't that good as math as you thought. I can count money. Take a little bit more, don't it? Some of y'all, please educate your kids, but the rest of y'all, it's a teacher up there that cares, right? Somebody give a damn, and they gonna do a better job. Ooh boy.
Ew.
Nah, man.
Ew. But I appreciate you for coming through with me on this topic of Black people problems. So tell the people a little bit what you got going on, anything you want to share.
Man, shit. Follow the link in my bio for the shit I got on Bandcamp right now. Real Nigga Quotes, Volume 1. It's my audio book. Something to Say, Volume 1 is my spoken word project. I got a brand new fresh pack of rhymes, Something to Say, Volume 1.5 for this Rona.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be dropping that tomorrow. I got another verse to lay on it. You know what I'm saying? One more poem. And, it should be on the way pretty soon.
Yes, I'm here for all that.
Other than that, yeah.
He's dope, son. Please go listen to my guy. Shit is phenomenal. Phenomenal. But
yes, ma'am.
A2, I'm going to link with you about all the extras.
All right.
And
it's all good.
We are out.
100.
Man, my dog, man. That big Keef so stupid. But thank y'all for joining me.
build me a house on a hill, make it soundproof, and put mirrors in place of the windows. I don't need to see what's going on outside. I don't even need to hear the wind blow. And